Tuning in to Chaos Culture Radio. Dropping knowledge in the studio, you already know.
Ladies and gentlemen, check out my new song on all streaming platforms, iTunes, Google Play, Brown Dollars Wild Hustle.
South Circle, Circle South. Hustle hard, hard hustle. Check it. Was out here trying to hustle, boy, get $1. Used to whip Impala, so these bitches follow. See, life's what it's worth, that's a nigga motto. Getting all this money, wanna fuck a model. Mama, we gon' make it, we gon' see tomorrow. If a nigga got beef, more meet Diablo. Used to spin a block, now I spin a beans.
Thank you for tuning back into Chaos Culture Radio. This is Prince Hakeem.
And this is your man, Ronnie Ron Hakeem. What's going on? Hey, it's kind of funny, man. I'm having a hard time dating. You know what I'm saying?
And me too. I've been having a hard time dating for quite some time.
That's BS. That's BS. I be going right on your Facebook. That's the only commenting. Me, I'm like the only one trending out here.
And Ron, I just gotta say, you're the only one telling the whole lie. But okay, carry on.
Oh my God! Hey, I didn't even know we had a guest on the show, man.
Listen. We have our fabulous, our number one, our diamond girl, Irresistible Lips.
Good evening.
You know what I mean? And I said it from the business name, then I was gonna go to her name, Shanette.
That's Irresistible Lips is on the show. You get what I'm saying? It's great to have her back. Hey, Miss Lips.
No, it's wonderful to have her back. Her perspective is well respected. Her opinions, we love it. You know what I mean? She holds her own. You know what I mean?
Man, Hakeem, you had me over here on the rant, and she's right here listening the whole time.
We know that. Hey, at least she's the only one who can compete with strong, you know what I mean? Strong, aggressive men. You know what I mean?
Facts.
You know what I mean? Like the other ones, we love them too, but they might be a little bit too scared of what we bring into the table.
I'm done. Don't do that. Don't do that.
Listen. We love them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're part of us now.
We love them, but but we love them. But for them to say that I'm Fidel,
you know what? You're fired. You're fired.
Listen. For them to think that I'm Fidel and the podcast is Cuba,
I'm done.
You know, Hakeem is a joker.
Listen. My new name is Black Castro. That's what I'm gonna go by now, Castro.
You're not no black dictator, man. Just the one in the corner, man. You had too much to drink. No more Red Bull today for you, man.
Woo! Okay, let's get to it.
Yeah, but it's actually kind of good. We got Miss Resistible Lips here. It's kind of good to have her on the show because you know why? This is actually good. A great topic because we want to talk about black man's guide to dating. Yeah. How should he approach a black woman? How should he date a black woman? Basically. And not that, how should he treat a black woman?
Basically.
From a woman's perspective. So it's actually kind of cool to have her on the show. And so she can talk about it.
And then I will read what guys were saying online about dating women.
Yeah, that'll be good.
Now, mind you, let me give you a disclaimer. Shanette, I did not write this.
Uh-huh.
I just want to get that. I just want to give that. So I don't want you to. I just want to say you when I say
Shanette, don't worry, I wrote it. So there you go.
I just get more into it.
So that gives me freedom to be all in that ass because you wrote it.
Pretty much.
Good.
There you go.
Good.
He didn't do that. He didn't. You know what I mean? Listen.
He just want to ruffle my feathers, but that's cool.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm gonna let you know. This is a poll that they did on a group site that we took, and I just wrote it down. And I wanted to get your opinion. I want you to give your advice, and I'm gonna tell you the advice that people are saying. Let's go ahead.
Okay, let's go ahead.
Okay, what's your advice for black men dating now in 2020?
Good question.
What's my advice?
Yeah, for men when they out here dating.
If a man want to date you in 2021, what would be advice to you on how should he approach you, how should he date you, and also how he should treat you?
First of all, it all goes into the approach. I don't like the typical, hey, what's up, or grabbing me. I like a little bit more of an assertive. I like strong yet assertive, and still respect my space and respect me as an individual. If you're going to approach somebody, be mindful of your choice of words. Be mindful of the type of woman you're approaching. there's different types of women, and each woman will require a different approach. If you're approaching a woman of business, you can't approach her how you would approach a girl who's probably in her 20s, popping and locking in the club. So you have to be mindful as that as well. There's some men who are kind of just cocky and feel like because they're attractive or they have money or they're used to women flocking to them, they don't have to be mindful of how they approach a woman. And that's a big, big issue that I see. Because whether you have money or not, you have to respect the game and respect the person you're trying to get. Now, if you're just trying to lay down with her, that's on you. But then you have to also know, is that the type of person that's going to offer that to you? So there's just different things to it. But I just think men in general need to take into consideration their approach to each type of woman, because there's not one way to approach every woman. It's not one woman approach fits all. So that's my biggest.
Yeah, you're right. Because I want to kind of disagree with you in saying that it is one way of approaching a woman, but you actually make a good point. There's many ways to approaching a woman.
Yeah, I can agree with you on that. I agree with you on that. So, you want to go next, or do you want me to give what the?
No, but I think what she said is kind of dead on. Like, you just don't approach a woman like, men. We know we naturally are aggressive.
Yeah,
but there's a way to our aggressiveness. Like, we can still approach her aggressively. However, we need to do it in a smooth and a seductive way. Like, we'll go to her and say, how you doing this evening? Miss Irresistible Lips.
Yeah.
How the day's going? With a nice.
Or even, what happened to the old? Or even just let's just say we are in a club.
Okay.
Give or take, because business women do let their hair down every so often, right?
Mm-hmm.
So let's just say we're in a club. So because I'm in a club, does that mean for you to walk up on me and push up on me? No. Whatever happened to.
No.
Right. So you know what I'm saying? Whatever happened to if you see me sitting down or just hanging out, why not buy her a drink and send it her way and see how she approach?
We don't recommend that. No,
well, I kind of
recommend.
Why not buy a lady a drink
to ease up the conversation?
That just makes you look like a simp already. You know what I mean?
You really think so? I can't know, but I don't think
I would find that no. I would find that so sexy if a guy sends a drink my way.
No.
Or you know what I've had happen to me before? No BS. I was out and the waitress came up to me and says, "There's a guy who finds you attractive and he would like to know if you're with anybody because he would like to buy you a drink." I thought that was so sexy and respectable at the same time, because he's also being mindful I could be there with somebody, but at the same time he is showing like, if you're not, I'm on that. That's not being a simp.
Usually
that one I kind of agree with you, and I kind of agree with her.
Yeah, let me tell you why. Usually when you buy a girl a drink, usually girls think you're a little bit braggadocious when you buy drinks, and they usually take the drink and just vie off and be in
but the thing is, most of the time, I keep understand something. Most of the time, the guy buy the woman the drink, but don't really stated what do he want. He just buy her a drink just to buy her a drink. No, like the guy, like she said in her story, the guy came. He literally bought her a drink, but he put out his intentions are like
that's a little bit rough. Shanette, you're a different type of woman, so I can understand where you're coming from. But
she's a more upscale type
this
woman.
is why I say it depends on there's a different approach for each type of woman.
Yeah.
So a young girl might look at like, oh girl, he bought me a drink or what, I don't know. But a respectable woman is going to look at that as very assertive. Like, okay, he's taking charge. He saw what he wanted. He went after it, but respectably, because he knows if I am that bad, I might be with somebody. So I still respect that because he took that chance.
You want to know something?
Okay, but let me get her this scenario, Akeem. Let me get her this scenario. Let's say you're walking in the street, you jogging, and a guy driving with his car, he stops and says, "Hey there, little mama. Come here. I want to talk to you for a minute."
No. Hey there, little mama. I'm not your little mama, first of all. So I that throws me off. But if you are driving by, you stop like, "Hey, can you stop? Can I speak to you? Or do you have a moment?" Okay. But hey there, little mama, there's nothing little about me, first of all.
Guys, she gave you free game. This is free game now.
No, this is free game. But
this is literally free game. And our guys are paying attention. She's giving you free game.
Let me comment on that last statement you said as far as that. I could see that working maybe at a comedy club or a lounge, not at Iguanas, not at the strip club, Not at G5s.
Why you don't think so? No G5, you can do it in G5.
No. Like
remember, it'd be businesswomen in G5.
No. I've never met a woman in G5. I never met a businesswoman in G5. Only thoughts. And
I have. They be in there.
Only thoughts and scrappers. That's all I know.
He says scrappers. I can't.
No, I can't.
Yeah. Like you gotta understand.
Tootsie's in happy hour. They be right in there.
Oh, you see, that's different. Tootsie's a little bit different. We also got to talk about the establishment. So I had to really sit back and think. Okay, maybe I could do that. Maybe at the comedy club or maybe a round table or something like that. The round table lounge. You know what I mean? Like I could do something because it's a more of a different type of crowd. But at Iguana, I ain't buying no girl, no drink.
Look, you about to say no hoe.
Why no. I had to stop myself. Listen,
why they gotta be a hoe if they Iguanas?
Listen. Women made it so bad to a point where a man don't even want to buy a drink because usually we get exploited for that. You know what I mean? Because they're expecting that already. And they expect, hey, I'm going to get a drink and I don't get nothing in return.
You know what? I beg to differ. I really beg to differ. In this day and age, it's so seldom you see guys take that initiative.
Not anymore. It would
surprise me to see a man buy a drink for a girl randomly.
That was in our era in the 90s. In the 90s and early 2000s, that's when guys was buying drink and wasn't expecting nothing, but more women was acceptable to talk and be honest with them. Hey, you know, you're cool and stuff like that. Sometimes girl wouldn't even take a drink from you. Hey, I'm not really feeling you like that. I'm not going to take a drink. And the guy would still buy a drink and be like, okay, cool. I fuck with you. You know what I mean?
Right.
And the woman would respect that. But now.
No, but I ain't gonna lie to you. One time I did buy a woman. It was an older woman. I did buy a drink. It was really cool because the thing is, it's something different. Like she was actually surprised because she was like, yo, you're a young guy. And how do you know all about this? And I was like, no, because I've been taught by older men. So they tell me like, hey, you find a woman attractive, go ahead and buy her drink and go and introduce yourself. So I did that. And she was like, wow, that's
you can only do that for older women though. Like young girls, no.
Oh no, young girls, that's a whole nother topic right there.
That's another topic. But
the one that Mr. Zip, the one that Shanette's talking about, she's talking about like the upscale classy woman.
Oh yeah, that's different.
Yeah, I think another thing is just missing in general is courting women, holding the door open, pushing their chair out, things like that. You don't see anymore unless men are like old school or old fashioned.
No, but to be honest, most women don't want that no more. Some men try to be.
I want the door to be held for me. You a lie. I find it so appealing for any. I don't care, young, old, ugly,
I'm not making this
good
up.
looking.
Most women be like, no, I'm good, I'm okay.
Believe in holding the door for me to get in. I so appreciate it.
Shanette, you know we're in a hookup culture, right? You know that.
I'm sorry.
You know we're in a hookup culture. You know that, right?
I'm so done.
Women, no. I just women would look at you like you something wrong with you if you don't.
Yeah, I'm telling you, they don't.
If I don't what?
A woman would look at a man like he gay if we don't tap that ass in less than 3 days.
That's whoa. Pause.
No. Listen, G shit. No, G shit.
G shit my ass. I don't want nobody trying to listen. I find it offensive if you assume to try to have sex with me within 3 days. Like that's a big turnoff. Like you want me to cut you off, attempt and push up on me before time. So I'm still a little blowed right now.
You see,
the fact that you're saying that, what have come to drop their standards to the point where the men don't even have to work for it anymore. We just throwing it out.
But the thing is, women know within the first 15 minutes or 15 seconds that if they want to have sex with you or not.
That's
fine.
I could know if I could shoot you naked with my eyes, but guess what? I'm not giving it to you in 3 days.
But then you just say did you just say you see me naked in your eyes? So that means you might give it to me because you see me already.
No,
naked.
that just means I find you attractive.
Listen, Fuquan is tapping that ass in 2 days. My homie Fuquan is fucking in 2 days, and he don't got no job in Dade County.
I'm so done.
He don't work nowhere in Dade County.
But some guys are just smooth that way.
They just that smooth. Now, mind you, what do you think?
I hear you.
What do you think is a standard a procedure with meeting somebody? What's the length of time for somebody to tap that ass?
I can't give a time because everyone is an adult. At the end of the day, emotions are emotions. But I just don't see 3 days as being sufficient enough to say you're worthy of my cookies. I'm just sorry.
But what you think is
am I going to say, oh, well, you got to wait 30 days? or be like, what's his name that says it needs to be the 90-day rule? What was that?
Steve Harvey.
Steve Harvey's 90-day rule.
Steve, yeah.
Steve Harvey. He created that.
Listen, his story makes sense, but is that reality for
it's not
today's world? No, it's not reality. But 3 days is stupidity, in my opinion.
But some people, but remember, everybody's story is different. Some people have sex in one hour. Some people have sex in 2 days.
What
some
the fuck,
Kate? 5 months.
Yeah,
I'm done.
Somebody giving head in front of the church.
No, it happened to me before.
I'm done. I feel like a prude having this conversation right now. Maybe this is where I just stop.
No.
Because all this foolishness is so not.
No, but we just don't. But all this lead up to dating because we're saying we're trying to show you that according with every date there's bad and there's also good. We're talking about the negative part. But however, we're going.
But what I am saying to you is, when did it get so? When did like courting a woman diminish? When did it become okay not to do your part as a man?
Can I tell you why?
Your spot?
I'm older than you, so I could tell you it started to decline after 2007.
Why are you laughing?
Because the way he said it,
like he had specifics.
No.
Like he did his research. Like
I seen that
exactly in 2007.
I seen it happen after 2007. The respect level started to diminish. Women who was eating high off the hog was getting niggas to pay rent, pay bills, not giving them no pussy. And a lot of guys was getting upset of that. They was taking girls on dates. Mind you got to remember, I was one of those guys before I took the red pill who I was actually one of them guys who was taking women on expensive dates, first dates, to be an example. First dates.
I won't do that. I used to do that. I would never do that again.
We're talking about Flanagan's. We're talking about
Flanagan's considered expensive.
No.
No.
I was just saying that. I was just saying that as cat. No, but you know, I was taking women on like decent amount of dates. I'm talking about boutique restaurants, places that the bill's like over $50. Now there be time. There was an instance where I took a girl out on a date. We went out to eat. I thought we had a great time, and she put me on block right after.
That does happen. That happened to me before. Yeah,
that happened to me. You see, now mind you, imagine this, Jeanette, going through this a number of times. Now you're thinking, okay, these pussy assholes, all they want to do is just get a free meal.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Well, let me ask you this. What took place during that meal? Let me be honest. I've not blocked an individual, but I've like ended pursuing getting to know each other on a different level after a first date. But that is because I don't like to be pushed up on. Like, I believe in just let's get to know each other, let's vibe, let's see how it goes. But when you meet me and just because you're paying for my meal, you think it entitles you to do whatever and say whatever, that puts me in a different space. And now I'm like, you lost me, and I'm no longer.
No, but my thing is, I don't get upset at those men because if a man take you to prime, let's say if a man take you to Prime 112, and you know the place is over $100 a meal. And
what's your point?
The price is $100 a meal.
What's your point?
You know the price is $100 a meal.
What's your point?
There's a point to that, Jeanette. That's expensive.
Remember, it's $100.
So because it's expensive, that means what? So because it's expensive, what are you saying?
It's $100 a meal. It's $100 a meal, and I'm not. I didn't even move my meal plus the drink.
Yeah,
it's just $100 a meal, just a meal itself.
So again, what is the point you're making? So because
you telling me at the end of the day, I'm not gonna get I'm not gonna get nothing afterwards. We have
hell, fuck no. It depends on the type of woman you're taking on that goddamn date. So because if you're dating or if you're taking a woman who got her shit together, got her own whip, got her own money, can pay for her own damn 112 meal,
then why don't she pay for the date then?
Maybe she might. It depends.
Oh no! Okay,
but
no.
If you pursued her and you're taking her out to this date, and most likely if you're taking a Prime 112, that means you just think that's the kind of quality woman you pulled.
No.
Why do you feel
high quality
she needs to give you something in return?
No. Okay, hold on. How about we do this in good faith? In good faith, if a woman wants to go somewhere expensive, in good faith, she has to pay for the meal so we can know it's serious. Then we'll pay the next date.
I don't believe that.
But here's the thing.
No. That's not fair.
You say that's not fair.
Hold on. Pause.
Okay.
If neither of you know each other, and let's just say she wants to go somewhere expensive, split the bill. I'm not fronting the full bill for no dude I don't know from a can of paint. But I respect the thought of this is kind of expensive and I don't know you from a can of paint. And after this, I could spend $200 and you clear it. So we could go half.
This is why.
But a woman ain't expecting you to split the bill. Even if you mention it, she's gonna look at you as a fool. You like, you know,
well, that's something you should conversate before you get that far.
Like you broke.
That's a conversation you have before you get there. Personally, I'm just the type of person. If I'm going out on a date, regardless if it's expensive or cheap, if he pays, I'll tip. That's it.
No, that you see,
tip.
You're a different type of woman.
Meal. Tip is like what? They say the tip is like 18%.
Yeah,
15. So probably like $20 in tip.
Yeah,
it depends. No, $20 depending on where you eat.
But
it's prime 112. I said prime 112.
Prime 112 is like $50 tip.
It's a $50 tip, yo.
Yeah, it's like $50 tip.
It's $50 tip. You know, I put that on the charge card. We don't really like.
I know there's just certain places you just gotta charge.
You just gotta charge it like
I agree.
Yeah, you can't even think about it like you look like a drug dealer putting all that money out on the table. I just put the card.
But I can't. Some people don't even have a credit card.
No, they don't. You see, and you could tell where a man's place at. Now, let's get down to the nitty gritty with this. Let's get down to the nitty gritty. My first rule of thumb is, and me and Ron, we always agree this. Rule 1 for black men dating: you should not date if you don't at least have enough money to take a girl out on it.
I agree. Did you agree? I can't. We all agree.
No. We mind you. You see, listen. You hearing this from us? We do agree with men paying for dates.
But Hakeem, however, I can add this on too, because sometimes if a man don't have money, he still take a woman to a park.
No, I don't even recommend that. I don't even recommend that.
Oh, so you don't recommend?
Because y'all don't know each other like that.
No, we should take a woman to a park.
No.
That's more personal when you're doing those type of
dates. Those are very intimate. We're talking about second, third date.
Right.
And stuff like that. The first date has to be real, like an introduction.
Open, yeah.
Real open.
I would say a park,
make that person comfortable.
A park or a picnic, or even ice cream.
No, I wouldn't do that.
You taking a girl out for ice cream? Y'all done had sex already.
No, you taking a girl out for ice cream, you're a toddler. You play too much. Like, that's something, that's not an introductory date unless you know in speaking to her, like that's her thing. Now, if you're trying to appeal to her taste because you spoke to her and she just like, oh, my favorite thing in the whole wide world is to eat ice cream, then I understand you taking her to go eat ice cream because you're trying to please her or show her you've been listening to the things she says. But just to meet her and not know much about her and you talking about let's go eat some damn ice cream, Ron, really?
Because I'm the man, I'm the one that did take the date. I'm telling you, we're going out for ice cream.
Okay, well then you're going out with
disagree with that nigga.
You cannot take a respectable woman that you just met for the first time and you don't know anything about. Talking about we're gonna go have some ice cream.
Oh, I'm taking her ass to ice cream because
you know what?
It's not about the money. It's not about the money.
Hakeem, get your homeboy.
No, yeah. Now,
no, I'm telling you why. It's not about the money. It's not about the
It's not about the money, but
it's about
ice cream, Ron, for a first date and you
don't
know her.
I'm taking your ass to Wendy's or Denny's. Because it's not about that.
Denny's is not a problem. Denny's is not a problem. This is what rule 2.
Yeah, Denny's is not bad.
Denny's is not a problem.
FYI.
Okay, so now rule 2, there has to be a minimum for a man to spend where he doesn't feel like he's getting taken advantage of.
Right.
That's why I brought the topic Hakeem about the situation because
ice cream is a very low budget.
Yeah, that is a low budget. I say for 2 people, I say $50 and under.
No, but Hakeem, if the thing is, if you take a woman out on a $50 date on a first date, her mind automatically gonna think, okay, he has money. Not say all women do that, but most majority of women automatically gonna think $50 got money.
No,
Ron,
$50 ain't no money.
I guarantee you spend more than $50 on shoes, clothes, or other. Stop it.
You're
laughing. That's gas. Stop it.
No,
Stop.
but I'm just saying, if this is the first man, I don't know.
That's fair.
I don't know this.
I understand that, but you also have to step with your best foot. You can't come in half-assed. Then you're gonna look like our last conversation, a broke ass nigga.
Well, then that's fine. I look at a broke ass nigga, but at the same time, I'm a man that saves, so I'm not gonna waste.
You can save.
Go ahead.
Where is $50? Flanagan's is a $50 meal.
Yeah, that's 50.
That's not high end. That's fair.
But remember, this is my statement. I'm stating that the fact is.
So where would your first date be, Ron?
I said 50 and under, Ron. I said 50 and under.
50 and under. but not no damn ice cream under.
Most women, majority of the women, they in their whole ideology mind, they thinking, okay, the first thing I want to do is, I meet a man, he's gonna take me out to, like they say, a Red Lobster, which is also a $3 meal, like a Red Lobster, this and that.
Yeah.
But when they come a guy
Garden.
like myself, who's telling them like, hey baby, I just want to take you out for ice cream. I really want to just to see where you at, see what your headspace is at, get to know you a little bit. Most women with that type of intellect will understand.
So let me ask you, why does it have to be ice cream? Why can it not just be let's go for drinks? You can go for drinks. You can go for drinks. You do not have to make it look so bad and say ice cream. Especially if I don't like the damn ice cream.
You know, there's some ice cream parlors that do cost like $20. There's a place in
We're not talking about amount. You're looking at dollars. I'm looking at what.
I'm not looking at dollars. I'm just telling you that the money doesn't matter. But I'm just telling you that there is places that sell high end ice cream.
Hey, Ron.
There is places that sell high end ice cream.
I think a better approach, if you're trying to get to know a woman with a little bit of substance, it's better to say, hey, let's go for drinks versus ice cream. Ice cream.
But then I don't want you drinking because some people might say, you know what, I'm gonna blame it on the alcohol. I ain't trying to hear all that.
Hey, Ron,
you got excuses up the ass.
Ron, what if she lactose intolerant?
I'm just saying, if she lactose intolerant, look, if she lactose intolerant, we could go somewhere else. I'm just saying, like, I would say there's a part, because it's not about the thing, it's about me getting to know her.
Okay, let's go to rule 3. Because we got that. Let's go to rule 3.
We're behind. We getting late on time. Go ahead.
Yeah. Let's go to rule 3. Rule 3 is unless y'all want to throw one in, because I already said 2 rules. What rule
3? I think a man must be clean. He must look
automatic. Listen,
automatic, and he gotta smell good and have.
Listen, that guy has to go back to rule number 1. Don't start dating if you don't got no money.
Yeah, no, but sometimes some man can still go, even if you don't have money, you still need to get some some cologne. I'm almost cursed. You also need to get some cologne.
You're right. Listen, it's so funny you say that. Like, since I haven't been dating in a while, I let my beard grow out.
Hakeem, you so full of shit. Why you don't stop lying, man?
No, listen.
He look at his phone.
Listen. Say I haven't dated in a while. I don't. I haven't shaved. Like, I let my beard grow out. But
he's such a lie. He's a smooth brother, man.
Listen. So when I do meet somebody new, I'll go get trimmed up and I clip my toenails and my nails and stuff like that. Like, I really go get them done.
Full of it. Oh my God.
You know what I mean? And then I put on some polo black. I might go to the store and get me a new polo or something. Yeah, no, a new polo because I'm a little bit older.
Ron gonna be the one getting the white beater. You hear what he said? I'm done.
Yeah, new polo. So that's the thing.
He's a clean brother. He clean.
Yeah.
He don't play about his.
I don't play about that. I definitely, if I'm meeting somebody new, I might go get some new gear and put on some polo black, maybe some curve. You know what I'm saying? I make sure.
Okay.
I
and make sure the guy brushes his teeth. You gotta brush his teeth.
That's automatic. Like cleanliness has to be on point.
Yeah, it has to. Dealing with a black woman.
Dealing with any woman.
Yeah. And I want to say this as number 4, and I know a lot of men are going to get mad when I say this. You don't have to be the best dress code. Just simple shit would work. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's a fact.
I've been on dates with people.
Yes.
Yeah. I've been on some dates with people, and I tell a guy, say, hey, bro, if you want to wear jeans, just get you a polo. A black polo is nothing but $12 at Target. And put a white or all color polo and maybe some black sneakers, you still look presentable.
Or even a white tee. That's old school, but it still works.
It still works.
A clean white tee still works.
Still presentable. Still presentable. Okay, what you think number 6 should be?
Yeah. To me, you already gave some really good tips.
Mm-hmm.
Me, my thing is
your breath. I hate somebody who talk in my face with stink breath.
That go back to number 1 and number 4, where you say
clean.
So you didn't mention that specifically. Some people might not consider that. That's a big factor.
Ooh, listen,
what you mean? Like you're not gonna brush your teeth when you meet somebody new?
No. People brush their teeth, but some people don't realize, like, throughout the day, your breath can stink.
Listen,
like it really does.
Listen. Funny enough, you say that. In the back of the trunk, I have a special.
Oh God!
I got toothpaste. I got toothpaste. I got mouthwash, and I got I go to Dollar Tree and get 5 packs of the dental floss. that you
That's
put in,
good. I floss my
in the
teeth.
car. I constantly work on my teeth while I'm out on the street. No, because listen, I've been with a lot of women, and women will complain about stuff, and that's kind of the thing. I keep deodorant in the car.
I ain't gonna lie. I've been with a lot of women. Most of my women say I smell good. They be like, bro, you have some.
No.
Always have.
We're not
cologne,
talking
your
about
breath
smelling
always
good. We're talking about what your
I
breath
don't play
do.
that.
What your breath say? Yeah. And
Ron.
she does say something, men. I'm not gonna
What
lie
she
to you.
said? What she said? What she said?
She say men breath be stank. Some men breath
Yeah, no,
be stank.
I don't play about my hygiene. My dad taught me that since I was young.
Yeah.
He said, Ronnie, when you go outside.
Oh, wait.
better
Oh,
make
hold
sure you-
on. Pause. This is a good one. If they smoke, y'all got to leave that out. Like, especially if the
No, I
woman is
don't
not a
smoke.
smoker.
Honestly,
that nicotine, weed, and black and mild breath.
I don't smoke.
yeah.
Work.
Honestly, we just might as well say just stop smoking at all. Just to
Yeah,
be
stop
real.
smoking. Period. I don't smoke.
No, you might. It's not going to work. Like for a long-term
It
relationship.
isn't.
Yeah. It's not going to
Yeah,
work.
like,
Now
I don't care.
that's the-
Listen, I've gone out with dates with people who smoke, and just I'm turned off. I don't care how good looking you are. Like, that is just the biggest turn off. I hate smelling the breath.
Be like,
of somebody
like,
smoking.
hey, how you doing? That smoke breath be your face.
Now, mind you, I'm about to say something controversial. This is number 8.
Uh-oh.
Woo, I don't know if you're ready for this, Shanette.
Oh, here we
ready?
go. Why gotta be me?
Because you want to say, when I say this, it reflects on women, and
Okay.
it's really tough when I say this. Now, for a man, when you're dating a woman and you've gotten past, let's say, after you meet somebody, typically a person might go one date per week in this day and age. Does that sound correct?
One who?
One date
per
like
week?
When you meet
What do you mean
somebody-
one day?
One day per week. Like, let's say you meet somebody new and you're working, he's working. Y'all might get up like one time a week, right?
Okay.
Okay.
So now I'm about to say something because this is something we want to talk about. There's an expectation that men has. I say if you didn't smash it in 2, you need to just leave it alone.
How
remember
can-
the
that's
whole
not
idea-
fair.
Hold on. Listen.
That is not fair.
Listen. I'm not done yet. If you didn't smash it in 2 weeks, leave it alone because potentially she has somebody she fucking. Now, listen what I'm about to tell you. Because here's the thing. No, listen. I'm not done yet. Unless she's doing other things to compensate for her not having sex with you.
How would you know that, first of all?
I'm
Some
about
people
to-
may
I'm
not
about to-
have gotten into that kind of conversation within 2 weeks. Second of all, suppose she's believing saving herself for marriage.
You can't charge virgin prices after 30.
You know what? You make me sick. Really? Charge
Hey.
virgin prices after 30? You're fired, bro.
I'm keeping it real. Listen, I'm a 40-year-old man. We're not in our 20s. These girls play games. And I'm speaking from a man perspective. You know you can get a dude to wait 3 months and he ain't gonna get nothing out of it. When you
But
can
remember, I told you most of the time women, I keep telling you, most of the time women already know in her mind, she already knows she's going to sleep with you with the first
15 minutes. Listen, some girls be still sleeping with their baby daddies and still going on dates. You can't tell me I'm not telling the truth.
No, I know
I'm
you're
not
telling the
saying
truth,
you're
but what
not
I'm
telling
saying
the
is
truth.
women
I'm
already
speaking
know.
of the fact
and
that
most-
you're saying that after 2 weeks, if she don't give it up, to wrap it up. Like, you
No,
can't say
you
that.
have, because you want to know why. Here's the thing. Fuquan,
Is
Twan,
smashing and he ain't got no job. And
he ain't got,
doing shit and
listen,
he getting
she
it.
doing that in less than 3 days. And I got like,
But remember, you gotta put the two and two. I keep telling you, you gotta put the two and two together. If the guy's smooth, is he talking to her the way he's supposed to be talking to her?
No,
Most of the
forget
time, the man
that.
can go on a date with a
Bro,
woman like that,
Ron.
talk to
What
her like
happened to
that.
the standards for these damn women?
no.
What happened to being courted? Like, oh my God, this blows
It's
my
not,
I was
it's
trying to
not,
tell you
it's not
something.
that.
Like,
Listen,
Like
it's
the
not-
only reason you guys are saying this right now is because of the fact that the standards have changed and women are accepting anything now.
But
So
you
because
don't-
they're accepting anything now, you don't believe in the values.
No,
of
we do,
what
we
should be
do.
done.
Did you hear my last part when I said that?
Maybe not. What did you say?
I said, unless she's doing other things to compensate for not having sex.
Okay, but you're talking about sleeping with baby daddies. Is that your compensation?
No.
excuse?
Listen, you didn't hear what I said. I said I was giving you an example how certain women would tell men who will still have sexual partners but still want to date. Does that make sense?
Yeah, because remember they only have
Hold
sex
on,
with them
it does
sexually.
make sense
They want-
because you are the one that said in the last podcast you can date multiple people. if you're dating multiple people, there's a possibility you're going to be smashing multiple people.
No, you can date multiple people, but the thing about it is, we're talking about men who really actually dating with a purpose. We're not talking about savages. This is dating tips for men who dating with a purpose.
Dating with a purpose means you are seeing this person exclusively.
Exclusively, yes. Exclusively.
Okay.
Now, here's the thing.
Okay.
When I say get rid of her, unless she's not smashing in 2 weeks, unless she's doing things that compensate for that, and I'm not talking about something sexual. You listening? Let's say for instance, you get a woman, because we're talking about things women rarely don't do. If you get a woman and after the third date, she says, hey, come over and let me cook for you. But she said, hey, I just want to take a little time. But she's watching your pocket. She said, hey, you can come. I'm going to cook for you. Hey, come over here. I got this thing to do. Hey, let me wash your clothes.
That's a keeper, bro.
That's a keeper. Listen. Is she doing these type of things to show that, hey, I'm not ready to have sex, but I am ready to be your woman? Then I tell a man, hey, you might as well need to fall back, put the mother holes on block, and maybe listen.
Right.
Work this out, because she's showing you other different things.
I agree with you. She's a keeper. Yeah.
She's a keeper. She's showing you other different things. I've done that before. I've waited past 2 weeks when a woman's showing me other different things, like, hey,
I did that before as well. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Hey, I'm not ready to have sex yet, but and I'm watching you. I'm watching, seeing how you move, but I'm seeing you calling me every day. You coming over. You want to spend the whole day cleaning.
Right. They're being proactive in the relationship. It's not
they're being proactive. I know you. Now I know you not in no nigga faces, and I know, hey, come spend the night with me. You like it's stuff like that. Come spend the night with me, but I already know shit. She ain't trying to have sex, but she want me to spend the night. So she really, really just filling me out. She doesn't want me to just get in and leave. Yes, I'll stay. I'll stay after that.
Right.
I'm saying, yeah.
Okay. We're on agreement.
We on agreement. Now, and the only reason why I say the 2 week minimum, and I'm telling you this, Shanette, time and time again, and we're speaking for men. And listen here, I'm only speaking for the guys who are not savages. I'm not talking about Fuquan. We don't even fuck with them niggas. Them niggas on the other side, on 67th, on 54th. I'm talking about the niggas on 35th, 28th Street, the niggas who really wasn't able to go to Booker T, who don't even hang with them type of niggas. I'm talking about the niggas who was in the chess clubs, the niggas who was getting wedgies in the bathroom. You feel me?
The ones who actually graduated high school.
Once you actually graduated high school, these guys actually really want to be in relationships, but they don't know how to maneuver themselves around women who's dealt with particular type of men. And these are the guys we're trying
to me, those men shouldn't be talking to those type of women, period. Because those women are no good.
Okay. Matter of fact.
So when you're talking, what is a man's responsibility when dating a woman?
As far as in what aspect?
Go ahead.
What do you think you should do? Because there's been a lot of this of statements as what shouldn't be done, or what a woman is expected to do, or if she doesn't do this, what happens? As a man who is trying to see where you stand, or trying to feel your way out to see if you want to rock with this individual, what are you, as the person who is ensuing the date? What is your job?
I'm gonna let, because I know I cut Ron off. I'm gonna let you speak, then I'll go after you.
No, you ain't really cut me off. I'm just saying.
No, you my brother.
A man's job is a man's job is to be a man. That's his job. That's his purpose, is to be a man.
Because everyone's definition of a man
is different. Now you want me to be specific?
If you want every definition of a man's job is to show leadership. A man's job is to show. It's a strong statement, but it's pretty much to show God's image on earth. That's his man's job. To me, that's a man's job and a man's purpose.
Now,
and him showing that himself, a woman gonna automatically.
So if you're trying to get to know a woman, you just think it's just to show up?
No, a man's job, is to show up. Is to him to be himself.
Tap me in when y'all ready. Tap me in when y'all ready.
It's to be honest. It's for him to be himself and nobody else. Most of the time, man fail in a relationship because the man is not being himself. He's trying to be something that he's not. You're not Shaquan. You're not Keyshawn. You. So be yourself.
I'm gonna blow this out. I'm gonna blow this one out.
But go ahead.
Please do, because he totally failed right now.
Now, let's say
I totally fail when I'm telling him his man is to be himself.
Because I'm still, he can be himself. You never want him to be anything other than himself. But what is your responsibility to that woman you are getting to know and dating?
Okay.
But
What are you doing?
His job is
she is cooking for you. She is maybe washing your clothes. She might be bringing you lunch. She might be massaging your back while you're dating. What are you doing?
My job is to make her the best version of herself. And that's the ultimate job. If I'm not making her the best version of herself, she's going to continue to be who she is at that moment. Because any woman can massage, any woman can clean. But however, can a woman gravitate to elevate herself? Most women have an issue of doing that. My job as a man is to make her elevate herself into a higher level of herself.
Now, let me know when I can tap in.
Go ahead, you can tap in. Time in.
So now, for me being an older man of 40, you listening? I've dated some while now, and I understand where she's coming from. Now, here's the thing. Going back to what you said, if she's cooking, cleaning, scratching my back, picking up my mail, filling out paperwork for me, you listening?
Tapped in.
She filling out paperwork for me. And mind you, now, and I'm going to give you two scenarios. This can go if I'm having sex with her or I'm not having sex. You listening?
Mm-hmm.
Because there's different realms where you're having sex and not having sex and the extra work that goes. If she's doing this, I'm going to ask her, hey, didn't you say your son needs some shoes for the for her thing project? You ain't had enough for it? I'm going to give her the money. Or I'm going to ask her what her bill situation might go. Because here's the thing. If you're doing something to alleviate the stresses of my life, I got to do the stuff that might alleviate the stresses of your life.
Most women don't care about that, Hakeem.
No. Listen,
Ron,
Listen.
You're being an epic fail right now. Be quiet.
Listen, Ron. I've been dating quite some time, and most things that I'm talking about, men doesn't even do a microsecond of this. Listen now.
Preach.
There's things that a woman
disagree.
Listen, let me done, and I'll let you comment on this. There's things that women there's things that women dread doing, and they would want somebody to take that off. It's the same way with your car situation. If you have a car note, if I'm fucking you, I'm gonna help you pay your car note. You feel me? Or I'm gonna say, hey, come take my car. I'm gonna go make sure your car tires is on point, oil changes is right. You know what I mean? Just little knick-knack things. You know what I mean? Depending on what level we at that time, you know what I mean? There will be some type of financial monetary that comes in. School time comes. I know they got a daddy. I don't care, but I'm fucking you. Hey, put $200 on your kid's school clothes. In the back of her mind, she's saying, this nigga, I'm fucking him and I'm doing all this. He went and gave $200-$300 just to throw on the school thing. She already know that it ain't nothing for him, or he really got my back. But I got your back because you making my life easier. And a lot of women has to understand that.
Right.
You don't do that for men who's not, you don't do that. You don't do that for men.
Any men, right.
Any man.
Right.
If they're not going to reciprocate that. But if you fucking me off the chain and I'm tired from fucking you.
But you don't understand.
Listen. I'm about to do this. Is my last station. I'm tired from having sex, tired from getting head. I'm tired, you know what I mean? Like from eating, my clothes is always washed. I'm gonna be like, girl, just go ahead and get it. Just take my card. Just go ahead and get it. Just go ahead and get it. Like this, the type of response a woman to get anything out of a good man when you exhaust him with stuff he's not used.
Yeah, but that man gonna end up being
it goes vice versa. You get anything from a woman when you reciprocate what she's giving.
But that man gonna end up being a sucker because I have.
Oh God, Ron, why? Really?
No, hold on. Let me tell you my story. Let me tell you my story because I have experienced that. I can't even know my story. I'm a man that works very hard for what I get. Everything I do, I work hard and get. I don't beg nobody for nothing. So I experienced myself dating somebody in the past. I have dated, and I have cooked, provided, paid for everything. And mind you, I'm a type of person, I get it and get it. And this woman still ended up cheating on me with something that was a low level nigga. You get what I'm saying? So now I'm not pointing that to every woman. My thing is women don't need that because women are getting that themselves. What a woman needs is a man to show them a high version of themselves. And that's why I had to, because you could provide a woman the world. That woman would cheat on you with a Saquon down the street who just turned that woman, man, you need to get your shit together.
So what if you now are ending up speaking to a woman who can do all those things herself, but she wants the man to reciprocate what she's putting out.
A woman can't bring
Why am
herself
I
into a
going to
high
want to bust
level
my
of
ass
herself.
for you if you're not reciprocating the same energy I'm putting
my
out?
job as a man, my job as a man is to take you to a high level of yourself.
I'm already where I am. Your
Your
job is not, no, your job is to be a companion, to we level up together. You're not there to school me like I'm a 2-year-old. Your job is to do that for your children. But the thing is,
it might say a harsh reality. Most women think they're a 2-year-old because more women are whining and complaining and this and that. So once women are thinking they're a 2-year-old, that's why you need a man to come in to put you in the right position of yourself. That's all I'm saying. And that's
whining. And what are you speaking? How does that have to do with what you're supposed to be doing in a relationship?
Because
why are you speaking about whining and complaining? If a woman is whining and complaining, it must be of something that you're not doing unless...
No, women naturally whine and complain even though you're doing something right. Because even in
okay, give me an example.
Right, she automatically whines and complains. It's a natural thing for a woman to whine and complain. That
give me an example. When a woman whines,
you don't take it seriously. But go ahead.
Give me an example.
Can I comment?
Go ahead.
Now, Shanette, I do agree where he's coming from. He's speaking from an aspect where, and I don't think...
He already got burned.
He got burned. Now, mind you, here's the thing.
I'm not speaking from an aspect being burned.
No.
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 It's a fact.
No. Let me correct this.
Man's on the phone right now. I could have a man right now on this live screen right now and put him on the phone. They was like, every man dealt with that. That's why most men treat women where they treat them now, like crap. Because most men do that. They sacrifice themselves for a woman that ain't no good, or a woman that says she is good, and then you turn out she ain't no good.
Shanette, let me say this.
Go ahead.
He's speaking from a point where he met a woman and she didn't show that he was going to do him dirty. And I've been through that situation as well. He can from the aspect.
Exactly.
He's
I've seen it. I'm not oblivious to that situation. I do understand his point of view. My whole thing is, because of that experience, you now go into every relationship with that same personality because you now
damn right. You damn right.
Okay,
women do the same thing. Women do the same thing.
Exactly.
Okay, but then when do the women who are not that way, or when do you give the opportunity to somebody?
But the thing about women is, women are for the moment. They only think for the moment, because tomorrow their feelings might change. Tomorrow they might say, you know what, I don't like it. So that's what a man does to guard himself. He's being smart. That's a man with integrity. He's not going to treat every woman like a goddess on earth. That's not.
Let me comment on that, Shanette. When the women do give that, for certain men, and I can't speak for him or speak for a lot of people, I think when a man who's been through a certain level of hurt, there has to be a real work ethic where she has to really put her foot down and say, "Oh, I ain't going nowhere."
Right.
You know what I mean? You ain't gonna push me away. And I think from that point, a man would change. Because here's the thing about men: we're not very vocal creatures. We live off action. That's why women get upset when we don't say "I love you." I love you is through the actions. You feel what I'm trying to say? And
no, I disagree. I think a man should tell a woman "I love you."
I'm not saying a man don't say that, but we don't say it as often as a woman might say it. But we show it more within our actions, the time that we give up, the money that we spend, the actions that we put into effect. You know what I mean? Which most women say. So I'm speaking from that point of view. But I do think this: a man should be guarded and not give 100% of himself
upfront. I agree.
Upfront, unless he sees the woman investing. And when the woman is investing in that man, then he can go off and start doing things. Because let me tell you something. Ron is speaking the truth about being burnt. I was burnt too. I was dating a woman with kids, and and she was doing the correct things that I thought was nice, which I was helping her out financially. And I even almost co-signed a loan for her to go back to school. Listen now, let me tell you how she tricked herself out the position. I told her this. I said, you want to know something? I see me and you are moving into a certain direction, but there's something you got to do. I said, you got to put your baby down child support.
Oh, she ain't going to do it.
No, listen now. Listen now.
Exactly. She ain't going to do it.
Exactly. And she didn't do it. She said, oh, that's messed up. I say, listen here. Listen here. I see your kids more than he, and I'm helping you out. And I think it's unfair to me. And I'm trying to better you to get you something. I say it's not fair to them. Matter of fact, the kids don't fuck with me like that, but I still look out for you. So there has to be a certain line has to be crossed. She told me that ain't none of my business.
Of course, it's none of your business because that's not your child. And mind you really put money in them pockets.
It really isn't none of your business because at the end of the day, that's a position you assume to take. Yes, as a woman, she might be appreciative, but you really do not have a place to say anything.
Let me ask you a question.
Now, hold on.
Hold
on. Now, if you're telling me she's living in your house and you're
we're not living. We're not living. I'm financially supporting her.
But that's your choice.
That don't matter.
No, it's not a choice. Listen. It's not a choice. There's an expectation behind that.
There is an expectation.
Yeah, there's an expectation.
But that's supposed to be done selflessly, regardless of what I have going on personally. What me and my dad, baby.
No. Listen, it's reflective because you want to know why?
Mm-hmm.
I'm paying for them kids. I can't discipline them. I can't do this. Nah, you ain't gonna have that nigga running around here thinking this shit is sweet, and I'm paying for them kids, and I ain't gonna be able to get you if I ain't gonna put down for the kids as well.
I can't. You was just another sucker in her mind.
Oh, and that's the thing.
Not necessarily another sucker.
No, I was.
It can't be.
I was.
He was a sucker.
I was a duck.
Well, in that particular situation, yes. That particular situation, yes.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you, Shanette.
But,
there you go.
However, that's not every woman's circumstance is not going to be that way. Sometimes there just might be.
I went through the same thing Hakeem went to. I had a dated woman with single mom.
Listen, I told y'all. Listen, the last podcast, I told you guys, I'm not in disagreement with some of your point of views. Women are the worst liars. I get it. However, I'm not speaking about your experiences. I'm speaking about moving forward when there's good women who are trying to build, who are trying to find somebody that they can, leech to and move forward. But you guys are giving these negative vibes or these negative behaviors. Like the only one I really see that's kind of rational is Hakeem. Ron is just dead set on, I ain't doing it. She gonna get some goddamn ice cream for the first date. Like
you damn right. You damn right. And you know why? You know why? Through experience, you learn integrity and you learn how to be smart because you learn it's not about what's in your pocketbook. Because at the end of the day, you want somebody to be there for you, to build with you, and to understand you. It don't have nothing to do with the date. That's why people get it misconstrued.
You can say drinks.
Yeah, you going back to ice cream.
Like,
well, I'm gonna stay with the ice cream, and you know why? The women don't dictate.
I can just see him. Hey, you want to go get some ice? Like, how do you call a woman like you want to go get some ice cream for a first date?
The women don't dictate the tape, and I think that's what man has to do. Man has to be strong enough. He's like, hey, baby, if we ain't going for ice cream, then you ain't the woman for me. Because it doesn't matter where we go. We could go to we could go down the street. That all that matters. It's about me at the end of the day.
Let me get this statement. Women have to understand, and this is the issue that men like me and Ron have. A lot of women don't take consideration our feelings, our respective, our ideologies. A lot of women come in these situations expecting that we just have to accept whatever's going on in your life.
Right.
We do not mind that, but you have to take in consideration this has to be beneficial for me too. So I don't feel like I'm getting played out of it. Because here's the thing.
Right.
It takes a village to raise a family. If my sisters and my cousins, I got a lot of girls in my family. And if they seeing certain things or they seeing me taking on responsibility and they hearing different things in the background because they're in the city just like us, they was like, hey, I know her baby daddy. You helping her doing this and that. Like, then what's up with that? What I'm going to do with people who care about me.
Right.
You know what I mean? And it's the same thing with you. And the same thing with that. This is why women, and I tell men this all the time, women have to take your feelings in your culture and a lot of this in respect. And if it just not work, it just doesn't work out. That's another thing too. Men, do not force yourself to be with people that if it's oil and water.
I agree. And everything you say on this platform today, it makes a lot of sense. Of course, with Shanette as well. Everything I said made a lot of sense. But I'm telling you, I counsel these men. I talk to men all the time at my job, in the street. I even have homeboys that I'm counseling. They come to me and ask me for advice, like, man, Ronnie, what's going on in my relationship? Because I've been schooled by men. Now I understand. Yeah. I want people like, Ronnie, man, where you get all this wisdom? I'm like, you understand? I've been schooled by men, and I'm really paying attention to these men. And they schooling me because men ain't doing the certain stuff they doing today in society. Men has gone astray, and now women, at the point, they're like, man, I'm getting sick of these men. These men are weak. They don't know how to stand for nothing. So now you got men on this platform that's standing for something. And women are turning back like, oh, damn, I can't take her out for ice cream. My nigga, it doesn't matter where I take you at. The whole point is just me and you at the end of the day. You get what I'm saying? That's all I got to say on that.
Shanette,
Yeah.
I can understand where you're coming from as a woman, because I know you got a lot of jokers that come who want more and give little. Now, here's the thing. There's a portion of men who still want the court, who still want the date. The difference is with us now, we want to see what we're not willingly just doing everything just to be
Of course not. It's no, listen, that's been over for a while. Yeah. Once women started learning the game and playing it better than the men, that went out the window. So at the end of the day, I do understand in dating, men, just like women, men want to see what you bring to the table before they start putting out. My issue is, even when you're putting out, they're still forgetting the little things that makes a man the man of the relationship. The little things that come with dating. They don't do holding doors. Like I told you before, the doors, it's like tables, pulling your chair out, little things like that. Like, women still want to feel special. What happened to having surprises at work, or showing you come home and there's flowers or a box of chocolate or just a gift for random reasons? Those things don't exist.
You want to know why?
I'm listening.
The constant demands that come from women and not hearing what men want. When the last time you ever heard a woman ask what a man wants? You only hear what women want. There's no problem with you getting that. And I'm going to teach you a game here. 9 out of 10 times a woman don't have to get, 9 out of 10 times for a man to be with a woman when you just meeting, yes, sex is on the table. You know, but sex doesn't have to be always on the table. You know that, right?
Of course.
No, it doesn't. For a man to feel like this is even worth it, you have to do things that compensate that. When the last time you ever heard a woman bringing a plate of food to a man's?
That's a lie. I do that a lot.
You do that a lot, but we're talking about for the masses of women in Dade County.
How do you know that's not the masses? I'm from Dade County.
I'm from Dade County too. I don't see that.
But there's women I'm sure that does that. I can't be the only one. Cut it out.
To be honest with you, I work with a lot of men, and
Jesus,
listen, I work with a lot of men, and a lot of men complain about how their women don't cook for them, and a lot of men are checking on the girls at the job.
Okay.
You have a lot of men who are with women who stay with women for the sake of the kids, for the sake of whatever thing they're building. But people are not happy for simple stuff. We ain't even asking for. Sometimes a lot of these guys are even okay without even getting pussy half the. And that's something because they say, what else coming behind that? And a certain time a woman got to understand, girl, you know what you can get out of a nigga if you could say, hey, your clothes is dirty. A nigga's going to look at you and say, hold on a minute. Is this the right person?
Put him in the dry.
No, don't laugh. I can't.
No, he right. Put him in the dryer.
Listen, don't listen to this fool. Because no.
My brother's telling the truth. He knows.
I totally understand. But at the end of the day, I again, it goes back to you're saying all the things a woman can do. What happens if a woman does all these things and it's not reciprocated? Then what?
She needs to leave. She needs to leave automatically. We don't listen. We're real men here. We don't want you to stay with no nigga who ain't gonna break no bread. Bitch, if you sucking and fucking, a nigga gotta break bread. I'm the nigga. Listen, I'm one of them nigga. If I'm drained a week, I say, here's the wallet. Forget what's ever in there. I'll forget what's ever in there. I don't want money from you. I don't need money. Right. I get too much of it. I be with niggas who always got a lick going on and say, hey, you ready? I say, come on, let's go. We spend that. Listen, me and my nephew blow $100 on snacks every other day. We don't need money from nobody.
Right. I understand. It's the small stuff that again, I hear you.
It's the companionship.
My biggest thing is, as a woman, because I've been in situations where I do all those things, but it's not reciprocated. So now it's like, do I even want to go into a situation offering these things? Because I was cooking, I was cleaning, I was washing clothes, throwing them in the dryer. You know what I'm saying?
Listen,
but it's like, okay, can a sister get a date? Can I get a surprise?
You need to leave. You see, that's the problem. What men do, women don't do. Women will be with a nigga who shit on them. They'll actually stretch it out. We leave after the second week. We say, man, this hoe ain't fun.
I agree.
Listen. He comes back to the round. Listen, we have men. Ron can attest to this. We have a round table of brothers. When the man meet a new woman, we actually take score. Ron, when the last time Buddy Rose say he was talking to that girl, we told him, hey, did you smash it yet? I'm like, nah, she's stringing it out. I said, did she cook, clean it in? No, I said, yeah, you need to block her tomorrow. Mm-hmm. Listen,
He
men
didn't
go
block
to
her,
the
though.
yeah.
But I'm saying he didn't block her though. But I'm just saying at the end of the day, that's why I keep
Okay,
saying
and maybe
what
he
I'm
had blocked
saying.
because
I
maybe
stand
she
on what
started
I
cook
said.
cleaning and doing something else.
Listen,
She probably started.
She didn't do
Suppose
none
she
of that.
started
She
on
didn't do none of
2.5
that.
weeks. Then you would have missed out on a good woman.
no, you don't miss out on the good one
Man.
because you want to know why? Men have expectations too. We're just starting to realize now we can ask for stuff. We're just not going to accept whatever you put on the table. If it's
Yeah, I
cold, it's
agree.
cold. Go back and heat it up. That's
I
But
hear
man,
you.
let's keep it real. Most men ain't doing that. The talk we're talking now, most men ain't doing that.
no, most men ain't doing that.
Yeah, they're
You
not
wanna
doing
have
that.
behavior from a
That
woman,
can come
that's
off
what
as
I
a
tell
little
you.
insulting too. At the end of the day,
You
I mean,
says
it's just
what?
again, it's
You
all
said what?
it's all about
It's coming
your
out a little bit
approach.
insulting.
No, it's not
Insulting.
Coming back
insulting.
a
It's
little
not
bit
insulting.
insulting.
Listen, a woman should know if she bring you some damn hot food. And to me, like, for instance, I'm just giving an example. If I'm bringing a plate of food, I might have put it in the microwave to warm it up, and it might still be cold. So don't tell me you just brought me some hot shit, go throw it back in the microwave.
But
No,
most men will
babe.
recognize
Oh, babe,
women.
it's still cold. You can reheat it for me. It's a way you speak to somebody.
No. I was using that as an example. That was a metaphor.
Okay.
That was not
Just
literal.
checking.
That was but what I'm saying is men do go back to the table and talk to their friends about what they should do. Same thing with women. Men talk to us about stuff too. And the thing about it is we're now telling a man, if she's not doing anything, you leave her alone and we'll cut you off the second date. You know how many women I done ghost in my lifetime?
Right.
You know how
but
many
women are
I
a little
done
bit more tolerant, and I think we shouldn't, but women are more tolerant than
you
men.
are. No, and you shouldn't. If you doing work, if you putting in the work and the man is not reciprocating that, you just need to cut off and start over. And start all over again. Go see who the next person is. The thing about it is you can't let your past situation dictate your future, because that man who you give the cooking and the loving to, he might be so reciprocated, it might just change your life. But most women are putting demands in when they come into a relationship. Hey, I'm not doing none of this shit until I see this. Why would a man do anything if you ain't going to show him nothing? I got to show you something first, when automatically I'm going to take you out on a date and I still got to keep showing you because the last nigga, so you're going to charge me virgin prices? Hell no.
Really, I can't.
Yeah.
No, but I hear you.
Yeah,
but at the end of the day, I'm just saying, I hear you, and it does make sense.
Yeah.
You know, if you're dating, you're spending your money, you're giving up your time, you're doing maybe texting, doing phone calls, whatever. So as a woman, you have to do something outside of the typical. Because technically, if you really look at it, men are usually seeing more than one woman.
100%.
So you're literally in competition with someone else. So a man is literally looking for, what are you doing differently from the other 5 women?
Basically. And
or the other 3 women. And the only way to differentiate yourself is to do some of the things that you say, which if it's not you, you're not going to do it. So then you already eliminate yourself. But if that is who you are and you're doing it, you will already automatically stand out. But
100%.
a lot of women do not do some of the small stuff, as well as vice versa. There's a lot of men who are not doing the things for women either. And I think I totally agree. Great word.
And the main point is lead if you're not being reciprocated, but don't stop doing the work. Femininity and man being a man has to be giving up front. And that's
Agree.
my last.
But in this society, where's the man at? There is no man in society. In the society,
cut it out, Ron. Jesus, take the wheel. You're so
it's
negative
only a small
today.
Group of men. That's a
what
fact.
What you drank before you got on this podcast?
It's only a small group of men. One man in this society is one man on this society. Most men are afraid to even tell a woman, "You treated me wrong." It's just a fact. That's why we're like, most of the time when we speak, it's a fact. That's why I'm like, I don't even speak out of hurt. It's just by what you see around you. Most men are afraid to lose their woman. If they tell the woman today, "You treated me wrong, goodbye," they're not gonna do it. You get what I'm saying? So imagine the dating world. It's the same thing with the dating world. The same exact thing. Most men go in the dating world, don't even tell the woman what he wants. He's afraid to tell the woman what he wants.
I'm gonna have to agree with him on that. But let's give our last words.
To be honest, I can't. That was my last word.
That was your last word?
That was my last word.
Jeanette, what's your last word?
My last words are, I totally understand where you're coming from. I do believe that women should be women and do the things that are still important, even though there's a lack thereof. You know, surprising him at work with lunch or whatever the case may be. It could even be taking him out on a date and paying for it. It could washing clothes, cooking, letting him come home to whatever. But I also that at the end of the day, if a woman is doing all these things, because technically you're getting wife privileges, you understand, in a dating lifestyle. The least thing as a man that you can do is reciprocate. If she's doing all these things for you and you're not dating, you're not being spontaneous, you're not surprising her, like doing the things that will make her get the butterflies or feel special, you're wrong for that as well. So you can't just say, well, the woman this, the woman that. Okay, yeah, we need to do certain things, but then you also have your part as a man to be doing as well. So she feels that she is wanted and feel that she is a value part in your life. And those are my words.
Well said. My last word is never give a woman up front in the first 24 hours. Don't tell her, I don't need to know your Cash App or your Venmo or PayPal. Never, ever give a woman. She's going to think you're a sucker. You should pay for dates. Minimum 2 to 3 dates in the beginning. Keep it under $50. After the second week, if you haven't had sex with her and she's not reciprocating with something, block her and ghost her. Stay clean and really just don't go to church looking for women. Stay off the dating apps. The dating apps does not work. You don't need transsexuals. Transsexuals and animals on there. The dating apps do not work. There's just a lot of hoes on there looking for money. They're just undercover prostitutes. And that's really it. That's all I got to say on that.
That being said, KR Culture Radio,
we out.
Man, I just appreciate y'all just listening. Stay tuned for the next episode.